Yes, my friends, welcome back to Cage Farms. We are here still at our farm and supervising and looking through my goats to see what can be improved, which goat needs help, and just looking at your goats and investigating. That's the purpose of you coming at the farm, to see what's the progress at your farm. So today I was there and I was like, let me speak to my people on the challenges I've faced and also challenges you may face when it comes to goat farming. Let them bring for me my stick so that I can chase out these goats. It's okay. So one of the challenges I faced on my goat farm and that you may face is what we call kid management. Kids are very, very crucial on the goat farm. For us here, we faced a lot of problems, and I'm not saying we have just stopped facing them. We are still facing them, but at least we have improved when it comes to managing kids. Here on the goat farm, my friend, one of the reasons why people always have goats, let's say 100 goats in you have 100 goats for 4 years, you haven't improved and you haven't also reduced. Every time people come, you're telling them you have 100 goats. Sometimes I don't blame these people, because when it comes to kids management, the greatest loss when it comes to goat farming, it is kids. Because of their low immunity, when a disease comes, it just wipes them out. And if you do not deal with it, especially when it comes to things like diarrhea, my friend, it comes and wipes out your kids. You have 20 kids and almost every day they are calling you that this kid has passed on, this kid has passed on, and most of the times they always pass on at night. I don't know the trick about goats passing on at night. I always ask this question, but maybe I'll get an answer, but they always pass on at night. So kids are very, 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 very important. Like how you have your babies or children who are babies, you always give them a lot of care. Mothers give them a lot of care, do this and do this. When it comes also goats, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed maybe to keep them in their own pen, keep them at the right temperature, give them water which has antibiotics and vitamins, and vaccinate them, deworm them, spray them weekly like the old goats. All those things have to be done. If you want to know more about how to manage kids, you can look into my videos on YouTube. They can show you. I think also I'll be putting every challenge I faced, I'll be putting a description. I'll be putting a link in my description so that you can go and see those videos and see how to manage them. Now, the second challenge that I've faced on the goat farm is vaccination. This one is very, very important. Yeah, vaccinations are very important. First of all, you may take them for granted. You will take them for granted until a disease comes and wipes out almost 90% of your goats on your goat farm. If you do not vaccinate, most of you be like, it takes time, or this. Actually, vets price it around like 2,000, 1,500 per goat when it comes to vaccinations. Yeah, I used to take it for granted when I started, until a disease came and I was getting, every time they were calling, your goat is sick and your goat has passed on at the night, or during the night. So vaccinations, when it comes to vaccination, please people take this issue very, very seriously. There are diseases we vaccinate against here. I can't mention all. Let me try. One is PPR, there is CCPP, there is OFF, there is Brucella. Have I missed some? There's Clostridios and so forth. I will create a video where I will detail what you're supposed to give and all those things. And please use vets. Use vets to vaccinate your goats on your farm, because vets are trained. And mostly us, how we got these vaccines, or how we get these vaccines. Some we buy, such as Clostridios. You find some people have them, but when it comes to things like CCPP, those ones mostly we go to our district vet. Mostly they always give out these vaccines for free. And also you can ask your district vet to send you a good vet who who will help you to vaccinate, because I wouldn't advise you to use these vaccinations on your own, because you are introducing a live parasite on your goat farm. Now, if you are injecting, dropping everywhere, you are pulling out and the liquids are dropping everywhere, you are introducing a very serious parasite on your farm, which you will regret. So I always advise people use professional veterinary doctors to vaccinate. It's very, very important. Please vaccinate. Don't take it for granted. Some people always say, me, I have 20 goats, and what the medicine I buy, sometimes you find it's 100 mils, which will take care of 50 goats. Then I'll be spoiling my medicine. My friend, spoil it, because this is the one that is going to save you. These 20 goats are the goats that will turn into 100, and you don't want to lose. You have already 20 and you're losing around 15. My friend, you'd rather vaccinate those few than losing them. So vaccinations are very important. Me, I take them seriously on my goat farm, and actually we have pregnant goats right now. We are going to be vaccinating them this week against Clostridium, so that the antibodies can be transferred to these babies in their stomachs, of course using a vet to vaccinate them, and so that when they come out of their belly, of mom's bellies, they are strong and they are looking strong. So most of the times when your goats come out when they are weak, it's because most of you do not vaccinate. You also have to vaccinate these kids after when they are birthed. So please, vaccinations are very important. Yep. So let me talk about the third one. Another thing, the third challenge that we had on our farm was deworming. Oh, this one also was about to wipe us out. You know, oh, I like talking about these things because it helps me to help you. We had a challenge of worms on our goat farm. We were deworming every after 3 months, like how it is advised by most vets and most goat farmers. We were deworming every after 3 months, and our goats were passing on, and we're like, what's wrong? We brought around like 3 vets. It's the third vet that helped us and told us, on you have a lot of worms, because we did post-mortem, which is not very expensive, and I always advise goat farmers to always do post-mortem on your goats, especially those that pass on. Of course, you can't do post-mortem on the live ones. So you have to do post-mortem on those that have passed on. So when they did post-mortem, we found that we had a lot of fluke worms on our goat farm. So our vet decided to tell us we have to deworm every after 2 months, and the situation stabilized. Now we haven't had deaths on our goat farm when it comes to deworming. Why? Now we learned we have to deworm every after 2 months. Some may say, it's a lot, and it's a lot. No. And so the last 2 challenges I'm going to speak about, of course there are more, but there are more challenges, but the ones I'm going to talk about is also spraying. Some people always ask me, what do you mean by spraying? I mean fumigation, spraying your animals, which is very, very crucial. Why do we spray? We spray to avoid things like ticks. Ticks are, I think they are external parasites that suck blood out of your goat. So you find that your goats become anemic. They become anemic where they have less blood. Then also they get a disease which is mostly commonly known as heart water. This one I've always explained it, whereby the heart is full of water and it can't pump, and your goat is okay. At the moment it goes to graze and goes to graze, then it falls immediately, and they call you and they tell you that your goat has passed on. And one of the causes of that is because you are not spraying. Here on our goat farm, we spray weekly. And one of the challenges, or the challenge is when we started, we did know more about acaricides. So acaricides are the drugs that you spray. You spray these goats. So we didn't know about acaricides. And when I went to, the first acaricide was working well. So when I went to the drug shop, they said, there is a new drug here. It even works better. So I had to get it. When I got it, it was a duplicate and it wasn't working well. And by that time, we wouldn't check the ticks because we were not that experienced. Until our vet came and checked we told him that we have been spraying, and he was like, no, I'm seeing a lot of ticks on your goats. And we're like, we have been spraying. And he was asking, what have you been using? We showed him the drug, and he told us it is a duplicate. and our goats were suffering, and actually we lost like 2 of them, and which had a lot of water in their heart and their stomach area, the rib area. So one of the challenges is we were spraying, but we're using a drug that was a duplicate. That's why we had to change. Yes, we are spraying, but my friend, we didn't know that they are on the market. There are drugs which are dupes. So we had to start getting known drugs and approved drugs from good vets and good drug shops, or good veterinary drug shops. Yep. So we make sure every time we spray, every week, we have to check if the ticks are on our goats. So also that was our challenge. You have to check for ticks. Then lastly is management. That one I think I always talk about is how you manage your goat farm. It comes to food, it comes to your partners, or if some of you call them workers, it comes to your land, it comes to pastures and so forth. It's a broad discussion, but this one you keep on improving day by day. So we are improving day by day. So those are the challenges I wanted to share with you, which can help you if you want to start goat farming, so that you can focus on those ones. We have talked about deworming, we have talked about spraying, we have talked about kids management, we have also talked about what? I know you know what we have talked about. I don't want to go back and remember, but you know what we have talked about. Thanks for watching. We remain Kejo Farms. I hope those challenges have helped you. You can practice them. You don't practice the challenges. No, you can find a way to avoid those challenges. We remain Kejo Farms. Thanks for watching.